Hey guys, it's Christina here from Business Be Well. I just got back from Melbourne actually and doing a next level training. With the coaching institute that I'm with, we go and do training to kind of keep our skills up and so on. So I've just been away for a week doing some more of that training, and it was amazing, and I loved it, and I can't wait to actually bring that to my clients. And so last night I was actually sharing a little bit of what I was doing with one of my coaching clients and talking about how, while I was away, one of the things that we were doing was behavioural profiling and learning what our energy types are. So from the DISC, the DISC profiling, which energy types we fit into and how that can be useful for us to know. So, for example, for myself, my captain energy was D, which is dominant. So, my energy in that has a whole heap of things to do. So, a lot of the comments that I will get back from people is, "Wow, you get so much done. You're inspiring. You're this. You're that. The other." And a lot of that is actually complimenting me because of that D energy type that I have, and it was really good actually to bring some awareness to that, because I've known some of the criteria around myself and some of the things that used to drive me batty. For example, with that D energy type, one of the things for those people is that they're really goal orientated, results driven. They're looking for the outcome. What is the purpose for doing this X, Y, and Z? And so for me, in high school, particularly in high school, probably a little bit in primary school as well, but mostly as I moved into high school, I was that person that got thoroughly annoyed with people talking in class, because for me, the purpose of going to school was so that I could learn something. And if they're talking, they're interrupting my purpose of learning something. For other people, for like the S and the I types, going to school was more about connecting and getting plugged in and talking and communicating, and they were the people that were irritating me because they were interrupting my learning. But it was really interesting to bring some awareness about that and actually be able to then take some ownership that that's a skill that I'm really good at figuring out what it is that I want, and then how can I use that to my advantage. So if there's something that I do want to achieve, using the words that actually speak my language and really help me do that, like challenge. Challenge is a word that really resonates with me, and I'm always up for a challenge. And so learning that about myself and my own particular energy was really useful, because of course I can use that in my own, my vision boards, when I'm starting to talk to myself about what it is that I want to do, constructing goals, all of that sort of stuff. I can actually use the language that's really appropriate to my energy type to help me achieve those goals more effectively. But it also means that, I can see some of my weaknesses. So some of my weaknesses can be that I am that, results driven person who is looking for the outcome, which means at times I don't always look for or I may miss the connection because I'm so focused on the goal and the outcome. And so being aware of some of that actually then also allows you to have that awareness of, okay, I want to make sure that that's an important element of my life, because it is important for me to connect with people, and I need to bring some awareness that that's something that's, that I need to incorporate. And so that's just one of the ways that it can work. And as I was talking to my client last night, we, did. It was fairly easy to figure out for her that she was a very different energy type to me. She was a slower, more archetype of a S, so a mothering type, and probably a combination of SC. And they are slower decision makers. They like to be behind the scenes as opposed to up front. And so because of that space that she's in with her energies, she would sometimes struggle to do things like those Facebook Lives, showing up and actually presenting the Facebook Lives, but she knows that she needs to do them to actually help her business grow. And then knowing that, how can she do that effectively so that she is nurturing herself and caring for herself so that she can produce those things that require more energy than it does for me to do. and just starting to get a little bit, strategic and constructive of, what times are going to be great for that. And then can you reward yourself with something that really nourishes your spirit and your energy after that and rebuilds you so that you're ready for the next piece of work that you want to do. So that, again, is another handy way that you can use getting to know your energy types or those disc profiles. Another one is really when it comes to working with clients. So, of course, you've got the D, I, S, and C energy types. And they all approach sales, business, whatever it is that you do in a very different way. So, for example, if you've got a client who is a C energy type, they are generally a 3-time convincer, sometimes a 5-time convincer. So what that means is that, the first time they come to you, they won't be able to say yes to your program. And then the second time, they'll need to make another contact point. And again, they won't be able to, or they'll struggle to say yes to your program. And they'll go away and think about it. But that third time for them, that's when they're ready to actually start taking that journey with you. And that means if you're aware that that's the type of person that you're working with, you've got to be doing things like making sure you're showing up on time. That if you say you're going to do something, that it's done. If you say, I'm going to send an email in 5 minutes, in 5 minutes' time, that email is sent. They're very detail-oriented and very specific type of people. And so if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it, and you're going to show up and respect them, because respect is one of their top 5 values. And so you're going to be doing those sorts of things so that you know that you're honouring them and respecting them and actually helping them take the journey that they need to take by understanding what it is that they need, not just what your energy type needs. And that's the same with each of the different energy types. If you understand them, and then when you can see a client who is presenting with that energy type, you can adjust the way that you behave in order to be able to help them get the best outcomes of working with you. So there's a whole lot that can be learnt from this. And it's amazing. And I've really just scratched the surface. I really have not told you anywhere near the depth or the breadth of how far this can go. I'm just touching the surface with you. If you are in my membership group, I have, in 2 weeks' time, we'll have our Zoom meeting and we'll be doing those disc profiles. So you've got the disc study thing there to do, and then I'm going to come back with your results and talk you through them as a group. If you're not in there, jump in there so that you don't miss out on this. This one is just a mini one, so it is not the full 24 pages with, full in-depth how you approach relationships, how you approach business, how you approach leadership, any of that sort of stuff. I can give you a brief overview, but the one that I'm offering as the extended disc is really in depth, and it really goes into all of those nitty gritties, and we can even bring it down to, if your partner gets assessed too, how the two of you can work really well in a relationship by meeting the needs of each other. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to those people who are signed up already for it, and hopefully there's a couple more spaces left, so jump in if you're interested. And again, if you're wanting a warm-up and you want to test it out and see what you think about it before you actually do deep dive, consider jumping into the membership, and you can actually explore this. I'm going to be talking more about it in our Zoom in 2 weeks' time, more about how you can help your clients who are a particular type. I'm going to be talking about each of the different energy types and the combinations of some of those energy types, and how they work, and explore that more with you. So if you're really interested in that, jump into the membership and jump on that Zoom call. And I've got so many things going through me at the moment because I'm so excited about it. But I am eventually going to hopefully do some training, especially for, health practitioners, health coaches, naturopaths, etc., on how to use this in your clinic space and with your appointments, to be able to help them get the best outcomes of whatever it is that you're trying to treat them for. So I look forward to bringing that to you as well. So keep an eye out for that. So that's it for me today. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm really excited about learning more about myself and being able to share that with other people. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye for now. See you next time.